It happens in a second. A smirk, a sharp remark, a joke carrying poison inside it. Someone tries to make you feel small. And before wisdom speaks, the body reacts. The chest tightens. The face heats up. The ego surges forward and demands an answer. Hit back or shrink. Attack or absorb. React or suffer in silence. This is where most people lose. They either explode and enter the other person's chaos, or they stay quiet in fear and carry the humiliation home. Both choices are traps. Both choices give the provocateur exactly what they wanted. But there is a third option, and before this video ends, I will give you the one sentence that exposes the entire game. One sentence. No anger, no pleading, no loss of dignity. But first, you must see disrespect clearly. When someone speaks to you with contempt, your mind instantly says, "This is about me." It feels personal. It feels targeted. It feels like they have measured your worth and found you lacking. That is the illusion. Disrespect is rarely a verdict on your value. It is usually a confession of their condition. Their disrespect is a confession of their own pain. People at peace do not need to belittle others. People with inner order do not need cheap dominance. Only the inwardly weak try to feel tall by making someone else feel small. This is why they want your reaction. Because your reaction gives them proof. Proof that they touched your center. Proof that they moved your state. Proof that they still have power in the room. The moment you react on cue, you lose the frame. You step into their theater. You play your part. You feed their script. So understand this with absolute clarity. An insult is not a weapon. It is an invitation, and you are under no obligation to accept it. If you do not take the coal, it burns in their hand. If you do not enter the storm remains theirs. Their words can strike your ears. They cannot rule your mind unless you let them in. So do not rush to defend yourself. Do not rush to explain your heart. Do not rush to prove your worth to a damaged person. Broken people are not qualified to evaluate your dignity. Slow the moment down. Breathe. See the disrespect for what it really is. Not truth, not authority, not destiny. A test. And once you see the test, you are ready for the sentence. Now comes the moment that separates the ruled from the sovereign. The insult has landed. The room goes still. They look at your face and wait for the familiar collapse. Anger, awkward laughter, frantic self-defense, any sign that they got inside you. Do not give them movement. This is the sequence. Look, pause, ask, then becomes silence. First, look at them clearly, not as a superior, not as a judge, not as a keeper of your worth. Look at them as they are, a person trying to create disorder in you because they cannot govern themselves. Second, pause. 1 second. Then 2. Make them sit in the space they created. That pause is not empty. That pause that tells them you are not automatic. You are not impulsive. You are not available for emotional manipulation. Then ask the sentence. Are you hoping for a reaction from me? Say it once, calmly, cleanly, without a raised voice, without wounded pride, without the slightest need to win. Are you hoping for a reaction from me? This works because it does not wrestle with the insult. It reveals the mechanism behind it. Manipulators survive through fog, through sarcasm, through implication, through the cheap protection of, "I was just joking." They rely on staying hidden. Your question removes the hiding place. Now the room is no longer watching your weakness. Now the room is watching their intention. Now the pressure is on them. And when you do not react as expected, you break their entire script. But the sentence is only half the weapon. After you ask it, close your mouth. Do not explain. Do not soften it. Do not rescue them with extra words. Do not say, "That was rude." Do not say, "That hurt." Do not help them escape the weight of their own behavior. Let the silence stand. Silence is pressure. Silence is exposure. Silence is where the insecure begin to collapse. They laugh nervously. They backtrack. They over-explain. They change the subject. Good. Let them. A stoic warrior never begs to be understood. Your job is not to make disrespectful people comfortable. Your job is to remain unhooked. And remember this boundary with total clarity. Silence is not submission. Calm is not weakness. No reaction is not permission. If someone is abusive, stay silent and leave. Do not keep standing in rooms where cruelty is a habit. The best reaction is no reaction. Then, no access. But the real victory is not one perfect sentence. The real victory is becoming the kind of person who no longer depends on applause, explanation, or revenge. That is where most people fail. They master the line, but not the life behind it. Why does disrespect linger for hours? Why does one careless remark echo in the mind at night? Because somewhere beneath the surface, many people still fear the insult may be true. If your worth is built on public approval, every rude person becomes dangerous. Every insult becomes a threat. Every room becomes a courtroom. So build deeper. Build your worth on private evidence, on promises you keep when no one is watching, on discipline, on honesty, on character that does not require an audience to exist. My self-worth is not up for negotiation. Do not treat that as decoration. Treat it as law. Because once your worth is rooted in character instead of approval, other people's contempt loses its ability to shake your foundation. Then another freedom appears. You stop trying to control every story told about you. You stop exhausting yourself trying to look innocent in the eyes of fools. You accept the brutal truth. In someone else's story, you may become the villain. Let them think you are cold. Let them say you changed. Let them mistake your silence for arrogance. People who benefited from your explanations will resent your stillness. People who fed on your reactions will hate your peace. Let them. Your life is not a public relations campaign. True self-respect is strategic. It does not chase the last word. It does not return to toxic rooms to prove strength. It enforces itself through reduced access. Less warmth, less availability, slower replies, shorter answers, fewer openings into your inner life. No speech, no revenge, no drama. Just a boundary that grows colder every time it is crossed. You do not demand respect from committed disrespect. You withdraw your energy from where it is wasted. And if the pattern is abuse, leave. Distance is not fear. Distance is wisdom applied. Some people do not need more of your patience. They need less of your presence. This is the final shift. You stop donating your heartbeat to trivial people. You stop trading premium life for cheap provocation. You stop seeing every insult as an emergency. Now you see it for what it is. Their pain, their script, their invitation. And you refuse it. So when disrespect comes again, remember the order. See clearly. Pause slowly. Ask the sentence. Hold the silence. Then protect your access. Their disrespect is their confession. Your calm is your authority. Your silence is your boundary. Your worth is untouchable. Close the gate, light the lamp, stand inside the inner citadel of your own mind. Untouchable, unbothered, entirely free.